fans. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being so patient with me. I've just been struggling with trying to find and make content for you guys on this channel. I'm trying, I'm struggling with the other channel too, but here's an opportunity for you guys. I was supposed to be somewhere at a certain time, and I'll let you guys know that tomorrow, but it's been delayed for another half an hour, so I've got a half an hour to make a video for you guys, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm in North Bay. I decided I don't know, maybe a week ago that I wanted to come to North Bay and do a food tour for the big channel, and if I had time, which I do now, I would do a vlog for you guys, and here we go. So right now we are on, this is Fisher and Main Street East. It's a very old town. It kind of looks like Bracebridge, but older than Bracebridge. I'm not sure if we're just in a transition phase here in North Bay, or they just don't have the money to fix stuff right now at the moment. Bracebridge is, I'm not sure which town's bigger. I'm guessing North Bay is bigger. It's got a big airport, but I think it's a much older town, I'm guessing. But by the look of it, it looks like an older town, or again, there's not a lot of people here with money and able to upkeep stuff. So like this whole main street is brick, stone, and I'm not sure why a town or city would do it. It's just really hard to maintain. It's very expensive, and but anyway, so we're now on the main street. Lots of people hustling and bustling around. I want to take you to the waterfront. I was there yesterday, and I think I have to turn here. So yeah, this city I think has over 50,000 residents, and it's got pretty much every restaurant and that you could want in a city, like all the fast food stuff, and then of course all the mom and pop shops. And I pretty much only covered mom and pop shops. Two of them were a disappointment. Oh, I turned too quickly. Is that guy going in there? Okay, good. So it's a one-way street there, one-way street back, so I'd have to go all the way around to get to the parking lot I wanted to get to. But this guy turned into this parking lot, which is the parking lot I wanted to get into, but I couldn't turn right onto that one-way street. But luckily there was that little entrance there I didn't notice before. So this is where I parked yesterday, and I was at what was it called again? Come on, where is it? Here it is. Lou Dog, yeah. Lou Dog's Southern Fried Chicken. I did the waffles and chicken. But in Mr. Poncho's is just down the street, and so I had a list, just to give you guys a heads up, the behind the scenes of that video. I just finished flying my drone, getting all the good shots. Just let me respond. There we go, done. I wanted to get to my list. So I researched a bunch of restaurants. So I have a list here. So North Bay food tour. I don't need a weekly report. So I had two things I wanted to do, which was I wanted to do a mountain, was that the mountain? Yeah, the mountain bike loop trail. And then there's this Duchesnay Falls trails. And out of the two, I knew the falls would be a nicer thing for the channel. So I got to do that. But when I got here, the three food choices I wanted to do was Mr. Poncho, Mexican food, and then the Station Tap House and Steak Company for dinner, and then sleep overnight, and the next morning go to Burger World because they have an amazing breakfast array. And I did the ultimate omelet. And so I had all this stuff all scheduled. I made sure, I even wrote the times that they're open, what times they're closed, what days they're open, what days they're closed. Everything was up to par. I went not only on the internet to find out if they were open or not, I also went to their websites to make sure that they were open. Yes, everything's open, good. Get to Mr. Poncho first, and I'm sitting across the street. I did my intro, and then I kept looking over at it, and the two open signs they had there were off. But the front door was open, and there was an employee standing in the front, or maybe the owner or somebody. And I'm like, okay, maybe they're not open yet, but it says it's open at 11, and I was here at like 12 or 1. I'm like, it should be open. and there was 2 customers standing there, and then she was like, shook her head, and then they left. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a phone number. I phoned it, and I guess they had such a busy summer that they decided to give the staff like 3 or 4 days off, which just happens to be yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So I didn't get to do that. So, and then luckily I did this luge thing, because I wouldn't have known about this luge. Well, I would have known about it, but I wouldn't have known how good their food is. So I did the chicken and waffles, southern waffles here. And then when it came to nighttime, and then I did the falls, and I fell, and I lost my glasses for like 10 minutes. That was really scary, because Carol said she would have said, go to like Costco, if there was a Costco here, I'm not sure, but they have like pharmacies and stuff that would sell glasses with like prescription, and I might be able to find a set just to get me through the rest of the trip. But basically, I did the luge when I got here. I did like a little tour, did the chicken and waffles, and went to do that, and that's when I lost my glasses, and luckily I found them again. And but anyway, so from there I went to go do the steakhouse, and their chef didn't show up. So all the regular other staff were cooking food that the chef was supposed to be doing, and they were fully booked. They had no takeout, and I wanted to take out, of course, eat in the car. So that was 2 kerfuffles. Oh my goodness. And then what happened last night? And then I went to go sleep. I found a bunch of RVs and stuff all parked in a Walmart nearby. And I'm like, oh great, it'll be a nice easy night to just park with the RVs and sleep, right? And it was the best sleep I've had, guys, out of all the places I've been. That's the best place. I just realized I should shut my car off and take you guys for a quick little walk down over there. Actually, I can just show you so today is nice and calm. Yesterday was crazy windy. So let me just park it, and then I'm just gonna keep talking. I'll just do cutaways from yesterday, and that'll save some time. All right, shut the car off. So yeah, so I saw the RVs all sitting there, so I parked, and I'm ready to settle in. And then I just happened to look up, and there's a guy walking from Walmart across the whole parking lot. He's coming, looks like he's coming right for my van. I'm like, okay. And it was dark, so I couldn't tell if he was wearing any type of employee uniform or vest for Walmart. But he walked past my van, and he went over to an RV that was parked there and knocked on their door, and then you could hear them talking back and forth. And I thought maybe he was panhandling or whatever, but he was an employee. And then he went from there and started walking right towards my van again. Then he walked around my van. And then he went to another RV and knocked on that door and talked to them. And then he went to another RV. I'm like, okay, obviously he's an employee. And at one point I saw him point. And I'm like, okay, so that means he doesn't want us parking here. But I'm waiting to see what they do, because I wasn't sure what he said to them. So I just waited and waited and waited. And eventually this guy turned his engine on and then drove over to another part of the parking lot. And that's where the employee was trying to say that this area in front of the Walmart, even though the parking lot is freaking huge, they don't want RVs and stuff parking there. So, and of course I'm not an RV, so they didn't bother me. But I went with them anyway, because I wanted to be with all the RVs. I felt really safe, and I'm glad he did that too, because where we were parked was right by the highway, and it was loud. And where they moved us to was much further away from the highway. So I had a great sleep, really quiet all night. And I think I got up at, I think it was around 6:30, 5:45. It was just before my alarm. So the sun rose today at 6:52. And I woke up just before that, because the sun wasn't up yet, but it was got that nice pink in the sky. And then I kind of looked over to my right, and there was a guy who had a truck and trailer, and he just came out of his trailer, and he had a chair set up. It was like a fifth wheel, so it's like a pickup truck, and then the fifth wheel, and underneath here is he had his chair set up, and I guess because he didn't want dew on him, and he was just sitting there drinking his coffee and looking at his phone. I'm like, that's kind of cool. So what I learned was the Walmarts, if you have an RV, you're allowed to park, but you're not allowed to set up camp. You're not allowed to do the push outs, apparently, because then you're taking up more than one parking spot. But all these RVs are so big, they can't even be in a parking spot. They're literally parking right across multiple parking spots. So why can't they have their bump outs? They just don't want people living there, is what I guess is the issue. And if they make it somewhat inconvenient, then they'll sleep and then move on. So the rules are, you're not allowed to set up camp and have all the chairs all set up there and having a little cookout and kind of stuff like that. Anyway, but they're not like hard rules. They're just like, it's supposed to be I don't know, a secret rule or a silent rule, whatever. So what I'm thinking about is either coming back up here in the winter, and I'm not sure if Rusty wants to come up here in the winter, but it'll be kind of fun to come back up here in the winter and go to Mr. Poncho for a lunch, and then go to the steakhouse for a dinner, and just make a whole day of it and make another video in this area, because I definitely want to eat at Mr. Poncho's, and I definitely want to eat that steakhouse. I had mussels. I can't remember what kind of mussels they were, but like when I look at all their menus and just try and find the coolest things that I think you guys will like and what I will want to eat. And where is it? There he is, my list. So yeah, so at the steakhouse I wanted curried mussels, Prince Edward Island mussels tossed in a red and yellow curry cream sauce. $14. Oh my gosh, I was gonna eat that, and then I was gonna have the Canadian Prime 14-ounce ribeye, grilled and seasoned with smoked applewood rub, served with deep fried russet potatoes, tossed in fresh thyme and Parmesan cheese alongside fresh market vegetables. $39. Really expensive, but I bet it would have been worth it. Mr. Poncho's was the combo platter. It was $25. It was a burrito, a taco, and a quesadilla. And that would have been a really good lunch too. So those are two things that I need to come back for. But again, because they were closed, I got to eat at two other places that I really enjoyed. And last night was the Crown and Beaver Pub. The Crown and Beaver Pub, and the people in there were really nice, and the food was great. It was like a gourmet burger with blue cheese and bacon and blue cheese bacon, sauteed mushrooms, and it was like stacked like that, because they just pile it all straight on. Don't squish it down. Don't ever squish a burger down. Let the customer squish the burger down. And it came with nice French fries and gravy, and I had a beer. It was lovely. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for allowing me to continue doing these little updates for you guys on the vlog channel. I enjoy it. Please let me know in the comments below if you just want to see my day-to-day type stuff. Maybe go back to doing daily vlogs. But you know, there's only so much I can shoot at home. I know some of you guys don't mind it. You guys like when I go shopping and things like that, but please let me know in the comments below what you want to see me do if I went back to either daily vlogs or every other day vlogs. I guess back in the day I used to kind of videotape things throughout the week, and then I do a vlog at the end of the week and just kind of do a mishmash of what happened that week. So again, I'm trying to compromise with you guys, and I want to do things that I want to do, and I want to do things that you guys want to do, and we just have to compromise and have a joint relationship, I guess. I'm just rambling. Okay, talk to you guys later, and right now I'm heading off to a lodge, and I'll show you around that lodge tomorrow in the next vlog. See ya.